A sustained dry and warm weather pattern this late in the summer into the fall is certainly not good news. Meteorologist Nathan Gidley joins us with a breakdown of the impacts this will have.
Drought has continued to expand across northeast Indiana and northwest Ohio. A reminder that a drought is a notable lack of precipitation. The drought monitor tracks the conditions and places areas into a certain drought category based on a number of factors. Monitoring drought includes tracking changes in precipitation, temperature, surface water, and groundwater supply. Now, we're currently seeing a moderate drought in place across a good chunk of the area. Higher drought categories than this include severe, extreme, and exceptional drought. Now, this warm and dry pattern that is setting up and looks to sustain itself for a while, certainly not a good trend with the fall approaching. Crops are likely to become more stressed, which in turn will result in at least some loss of crop yields. This will also cause some fruit and vegetable prices to go up in the stores as the fall goes on, should the conditions sustain themselves. You can also anticipate an increasing risk of field fires, especially later on in the fall when there's more vegetation and dry ground to go around and weather systems bring an increase in winds. Water conservation efforts also needed in order to properly water farm fields. You can also do this at home by taking shorter showers and planning your garden watering.
The general idea is trying to find ways to conserve water. And, even for local, for me, I have a big garden in Warsaw. And so what my plan is to water the plants a lot in the morning and more so in the evening instead of during the middle of the day, because you lose a lot less water that way. It doesn't evaporate as much because it's not as hot. So that's a very practical, small thing you can do.
Now, for reference, the longest ever dry spell in September in Fort Wayne is 20 days, which happened back in 1908. The longest dry spell in September this decade happened in 2020, which was 14 days. With some precipitation having fallen on Friday last week and more potentially in store by the weekend, we'll see if we even come close to either of these streaks. You can visit Wayne.com for more tips when we have this drought in place. Meteorologist Nathan Gidley, Wayne 15 News.